What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, we got to talk about a couple different things. One, a little controversial moment for Warner Bros. Montreal this past, I believe, Wednesday of this past week. They did something that I don't know if everybody caught, and I don't even know if maybe it's the best idea for me to be spreading it around. I probably won't show a picture of it, but I do want to talk about what happened, and then as well as we got to get ready for Red Hood. I think the positive we could look at from this last week's little disaster from them is that Red Hood is absolutely next, and we're finally there. Now, it could maybe not happen this week. We'll talk about that in a second. So really quickly, before I jump too far into it, if you guys are not already subscribed, please do hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you guys know when all these videos go up. And if you haven't joined our Discord server, it's a Podcast Now Discord server. The link for it is in the description below. Lots of awesome people there willing to talk about pretty much anything that you guys want. There's already a lot of people in the Batman Gotham community in there, but again, if you guys have not yet joined, definitely do. It would be really awesome to have you. All right, I've got to be careful. Truly, I do, because of YouTube and the policies and stuff like that. I got to be very careful with the words, so I'm probably not going to show anything. I'm going to dance around as many words as humanly possible, but pretty much they showed a picture of fan art, okay? Then they have, obviously, they did the gear system thing, right? The gear picture, I think 2 weeks ago. I think they're on like an every other week schedule, right? A lot of people have pointed out to me that that's how they go. Then we had the fan art. So, you know, anybody that's done fan art of Nightwing before, you know, they could, you know, submit it or whatever, and they'll post it. They'll kind of shout those people out. So they did that. Now, again, we'll talk about the positives of it with Red Hood going forward, you know, a couple minutes from now. But what they did is, you know, they had quite a few tweets of quite a few pictures, and one of them was Jason Todd and Dick Grayson holding hands. And again, I'm not going to show the picture. I'm not going to talk about what that actually shows. And they deleted it. A lot of people called them out for it, and the post is no longer there. You can't find it anymore. Now, the picture still exists, because remember, this is all fan art. Now, I'm not going to say anything against the person that did that. Who knows? Maybe the person that does the fan art is a fan of the channel. I'm not going to say anything against the fan art. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion. Everybody, you know, if you're a artist, you can draw whatever you want. If you want to draw a black sheet of paper and you want to call that art, that's art. You know what I mean? I mean, museums are filled with all sorts of different kinds of art. Are some of them offensive, or some of them kind of pushing boundaries? Sure. It's up to, I guess, the person, as long as you're not hurting anybody, as long as you're not crossing any lines, I guess. Again, I guess crossing lines is subjective. Yeah, there's not a whole. I knew this was gonna happen. By the way, like a behind the scenes like kind of story for you guys. Like, I knew going into this video I wasn't gonna be able to say all that much. I felt that it was still needed to be said, because I commented even on Twitter to the post, and to be honest with you, so here's another story, is I commented to the post on Twitter, and maybe I said the word nice. Now, I'm not in trouble, by the way. This doesn't mean I'm in trouble or anything, but I was like, nice, like, okay, you finally showed fan art, so like Red Hood is next. And then a few hours, I think a few hours later, I went back to that tweet, and the tweet I responded to was deleted. And I guess I responded to, I think it was the very first tweet of the thread that Gotham Knights did, and that was the controversial picture. And then you start going online, and you can do that now. If you want to know more about it, definitely just go on, I would say go on Twitter, type in Gotham Knights Nightwing, and just look up the latest tab on Twitter, and you can find some people talking about it. Some people are defending it. Some people think that it's funny that it was deleted and that people are still running around. There's some weird people. I'll say my opinion on it, again, without going too far into what it actually was and all that stuff. I don't agree with it. I didn't even notice it when I don't look at the fan art. I know that they do the fan art, and I say, cool, next please give us the Red Hood gear, right? So that was my connection with it. That was all it was. I didn't even see any of so I was actually surprised when the tweet was deleted, because I was like, oh, that's odd. Normally, you know, things like this, you know, Gotham Knights, the official Twitter of a video game, you know, to delete a tweet, something must have happened, right? And then, you know, you obviously looked into it a little bit. I think Slickmoth even tweeted too, kind of the situation of what was happening. So not the greatest, not very good. Again, not saying anything about the artist, but as a game, you know, I don't think there's anything wrong with like, if you want to promote something, that's up to you to promote it. I think from like a neutral game that probably doesn't want to get into too many controversial, you know, things, They should probably stay away from all of that stuff. So I would say that's the social media. Whoever did that Twitter post, that's their fault. Again, I wouldn't necessarily. I mean, you could say it was the fault of the artist, which if you really disliked it enough, you could definitely say that. Ultimately, it exists. It's not hurting anybody on its own thing. I don't support it. I'm not going to look at it, right? I don't really care about it, and we can move on from there. So just kind of weird. This is not exactly what I expected from the Nightwing fan art section, right? Was to have a controversy, although maybe we should have expected it because you see a lot of things that different companies are doing with like their comics that are making a lot of people very mad. So it makes sense that something like this would get people upset. And then the second part of this, the feel-good part of it, is we're finally here. So remember, leading into November, I mean, I partially called it. Oh shoot, actually no, I couldn't have called all of it because I forgot what day we're on. I mean, Tuesday is December 1st. So I made a video going into November and I said, is November going to be the month we see Nightwing and Red Hood? I was kind of right? We saw Nightwing. We got both parts to him. We got the gear picture and we got the fan art. Again, controversy. But Red Hood is obviously up next. So they seem to have gotten themselves, and I think we can better predict, by the way, what they're doing. I know people are still hoping / some people are still expecting it to be at the Game Awards. That's fine, right? We talked about that quite a few weeks ago, right? I was the first one to do it. We talked about, if it was going to be at the Game Awards. And now here we are. It seems like the plan, I would imagine, over these 3 weeks, because the 4th week of December, that Thursday, Friday is Christmas. Now, maybe they could post something earlier in that week, but in all reality, we have 3 weeks left, and they have to do the Red Hood stuff. They can get it done. I think by the end of this year, and again, it's a solid strategy if that's what they were going for, but I think we'll be saying, at the end of the year, at the end of 2020, that we'll have gotten the gear and fan art for all of these characters, which, by the way, again, I think does mean January, either they go completely silent, and by silent I mean they don't even post on Twitter, or January is when maybe they reemerge and we see more stuff. Again, I know people want it, at the Game Awards. They want gameplay at the Game Awards, which is fine. And like I said, I think you could make the case. I think you could absolutely make the case. I don't think it'll be there. I think the plan seemingly is give us the Red Hood gear picture, give us the Red Hood fan art, and then take your Christmas break, Christmas, New Year's week. You take those off. Of course, there'll still be job postings because it's as if they have like 500 jobs they need to fill. And then we go into January, and then bam, hopefully we get hit with something. I still, we keep saying the same thing. I think this game comes out first half of 2021, and as long as that stays, as long as that's a true thing, which I do think it is. Again, the game was probably, from the rumors and leaks we've heard, was supposed to come out in November. Okay, it was supposed to come out this past month, really. So, with that being said, being delayed internally 3, 4, 5 months, like, it's not that big of a deal. So I think when you head into January, it's going to come out one of those 6 months. You could start showing stuff. And I'm not saying like you show stuff daily, you show stuff weekly, but I think in January you could get gameplay. I think in February you could get a trailer, something like that. I'm not saying even a trailer a month. Obviously there's like press events where people get to in the gaming world get to play a little bit of the game. So we'll have to see how that all goes. We'll have to see what people are saying about it. So definitely we're almost there. We're at the end of, if you guys consider this a boring part, which I think you probably could, right? Fan art and a gear picture isn't the most, exciting things in the world. But I do think we're at the very end here. We got a couple more weeks, and then we take a little time off. We head into January, and then really it's game on. You got to show a lot. They have shown a lot, but you have to show a lot more. You got 2 other characters you got to show. You got villains you have to show. You have to show how the world works. You have to show, ideally, more of the Court of Owls, right? You have a lot to do, and if the game comes out... Now, again, I'm even saying it, they have 6 months. Say the game comes out in June. It's possible the game comes out March, April. So they have even less time to show us stuff. So it could be a very fast and furious start to 2021 for Gotham Knights. I truly do believe that. So let me know, guys, in the comments below. What do you think? What do you think about the controversy with Nightwing? I would advise you to probably not use certain words in the comments, although I'm not going to police you. It's up to you to use the words that you want to use. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. As always, make sure you guys are subscribed to this YouTube channel podcast now. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when all of these videos go up. As always, you could join our Discord server. Link for that is in the description below. We would love to have you guys there. It's growing really well. I'm really happy with how the Discord server is, so would love to have you guys. More Gotham Knights videos every so often. We'll have a few more before, I assume, the Red Hood gear, but then when the Red Hood gear does come out, I will, of course, be covering it, okay? Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all on the next video.